How's it going, everybody? My name's Cody. Welcome back to Stock Talk with Cody. Let me fix my microphone real quick here. We've got a banger for you guys today. To be frank, we've got a banger, one that I really like personally here. We've got Zomedica Corporation, ZOM ticker on the NASDAQ. So you can find it on, I'm using Fidelity. I always use Fidelity, but you can find it on Robinhood for those of you Robinhood traders out there. This stock in particular comes in at about $1.50 per share, closed down about 6% today. We're looking at the 3-month chart right now. And looking at this chart, obviously you can see something big happened around this area. And I'll get into that here in a minute. So basically what this company does, what Zometica does, they are a veterinary research holding company, or they were a holding company. Basically just a company with a bunch of cash on hand looking to develop research for something in their field or in their industry. And sometime in February, they were able to break through with that, as you can see. So they had probably about 100 million cash on hand, according to their annual report, but we'll get into that as well, which came out February 26th. So starting here about beginning of February, they released something called their Truforma testing hub, which is, we will go and get into that right now. This is the page on their website for what Truforma is, what it does. It's an in-clinic biosensor platform transforming veterinary diagnostics where it matters most. Truforma offers complete control over the testing process from start to finish with highly sensitive and specific immunoassays that allow veterinarians to make clinical decisions faster and begin treating patients sooner. Of course, their patients being household pets. That's kind of their specialty. And I'm no veterinarian, so I'm sorry if I butcher some of the vocabulary in here. But essentially, they've created this little hub here, testing station, that they can commercially sell to veterinarians across the country, across the world, for quick results for several different types of tests that vets run commonly on household pets. And you can get results within 20 minutes instead of a lot of vets have to send their results to different labs or whatever in different states and wait for results from them. But this kind of cuts out the middleman if the vet can afford this hub here. Gold standard results available at the point of care. Assay performance metrics to determine specificity and sensitivity were determined with the goal of meeting or exceeding the stringent testing standards found in reference lab setting. Basically just these veterinarian tests that they run on animals all the time and send off to labs. They're trying to make it to where vets can do them in-house and get results quick, before the customer even leaves, before the pet even leaves the vet office. It's basically their goal. And it seems like a very convenient and good idea. The thing that had me a little worried was, does it work? Is it accurate? And will vets see enough convenience in it to buy it? Because they are just now starting to commercially release it. I think about 2 weeks ago, they sold their first commercial unit to a vet. And so far it's got great reviews. It was designed, researched, and built by a respected name in the vet community. We go to their about page here, their leadership team. Chief Executive Officer Robert Cohen. He's a seasoned medical device, pharmaceutical, and biotechnology executive with a series of positions leading organizations with full P&L responsibility, previous departmental management experience in virtually all functional areas, including international sales, R&D, healthcare services, M&A, corporate marketing, legal affairs, and business and technology development, coupled with strategic oversight and planning positions. I'm not going to get too much into these guys, but I know Robert Cohen, looking at from what I've seen on the news about this new Truforma that they're coming out with, the company's coming out with. Vets love it, and Robert Cohen himself is a respected name in the vet community, and it sounds like it could be a big hit if it catches the eyes of other vets. What they're trying to do is make this a vet standard, or an industry standard for in-house testing in the future for vets, instead of sending it off to labs. They're trying to cut out the middleman. So this obviously has great potential to kick off, start a trend, and see where this thing goes. And if we look at their financials, you have to keep in mind that this company has not sold any of these units until about 2 weeks ago. So until about 2 weeks ago, they were a holding company. It was just a company that got uplisted to the NASDAQ, doing research with a bunch of cash on hand. And we can see that here. They've got about $61 million in cash. As far as liabilities go, not many to talk about. They don't really need to take out that many loans or anything. They had a pretty good structure going in, so only about $3 million in liabilities. Great asset to liability ratio there. I like to see that. If you guys know me, I'm a big financials guy. I don't like companies that are in big financial trouble or their balance sheets do not look good. This balance sheet is looking pretty strong to me. Talking about expenses, we've got research and development, their highest expense, which is expected over the last year, from December 31st, 2019 to December 31st, 2020. Really just putting in all that research to Truforma, and they didn't even talk about what their research was for until about February, which is why their stock shot up, because investors saw what they were doing with their research and they thought it was a good idea, kind of like I do. Of course, they're posting about a net loss of $16 million in a year, which means with all them or their sales starting up now and everything, $16 million this year from leases, research, paying their staff, all of that stuff. They can stay afloat if 0 of these things sell over 5 years, which is good news to me. They have some time to figure out how to market this, how to get a name for themselves in the industry, which is good news. And I really think that they have a shot at becoming a name in the vet community. Truforma itself looks like a great idea, great service, and something that vets would be very interested in and would save the vets money and make Zometica money. So when we're talking about the stock, we've got $1.58 share price at about a $1.2 billion market cap. Now that's a little high for my liking with no sales. However, I could see this thing, and it hasn't been publicly released yet how much these Truforma hubs are selling for per vet. And it seems like there's different types. Like you can buy ones for certain tests that some vets run and some vets don't. And some are more expensive than others. And I could see if they finance this, or even if it's just a one-time buyer thing, there's about 120,000 vets in the U.S. and Canada. Yes, I did my research before recording this. 120,000 vets in the U.S. and Canada individually. So if it's a one-time thing and they're selling them for a couple thousand each, I could see this thing going over a $1.2 billion market cap for sure, a few times over, in fact. If it's a finance thing, I could see this thing going over a $1.2 billion market cap tenfold, 20-fold. We're talking a potential multi-bagger here if it does become the industry standard to test in-house instead of sending it to a lab. I really like the potential with the stock, what they're trying to do to the industry, and it's a win-win for the vets and for the company, in my opinion, if it works correctly. And we'll see in the future how the testing works out and how vets like it, and how the finances go with it. But for now, at a $1.2 billion market cap, $1.58 a share, I am thinking about buying into this, and maybe a potential 1 to 2 year hold while this thing builds a name for itself in the community, gets some vet record recognition, gets in the industry a little bit, gets some people to use it and realize the benefits of it. I think this thing could multiply over the next year or two. We're talking, if it's a one-time payment, like buying a computer or whatever, then I don't think it's going to go up as much as if they finance it. So I'm hoping the company finances it, and they haven't released, though. I'm assuming they'll release how all of that works on their next quarterly report, which is coming out in June. And we will see then kind of how things are looking with how they're financing it. But either way, I see this thing with no revenues, super undervalued. We'll see how the revenues come in at the end of the quarter. But for now, I'm giving the stock a buy. They have a really strong product that not many other companies are doing. They have 70 patents protecting this product. And I think they're trying to change an industry. And if they're successful, this thing could multiply 10, 20, 50-fold, 100-fold. You never know. But give this thing a year or two. This is probably a medium-term hold, and I think you're looking at huge gains here. And again, like I always say on my videos, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything with your money that I say. Don't trust me. I'm just some dumbass YouTuber, okay? So I'm not telling you to buy into this stock right now, but I think personally that this is a great value stock with no revenues on it. I think that they could really increase their revenues, and they have a shot at changing the industry, which is always a good sign. Investing in a stock this early like this. They're already on the NASDAQ, you Robinhood users. You can get in on it. They're already, all their filings and stuff are reviewed by the SEC, so we've got some confirmation there. They have plenty of cash on hand. They'll be around for a while. I like how this stock is looking, and personally, I would like to go in on this stock at $1.50 per share. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about Zometica. ZOM is the ticker, ZOM. Let me know what you guys think, and we will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.